Hello everyone, I am Stinkyink, and today we are going to be hopping on a trend that has been sort of on YouTube for a while, and I'm not usually the kind of person to just do all the trends just because they're trends, but like, you know, this is sort of an interesting thing, give thoughts, opinions on things, but today we are going to be well, not really. You guys are just sort of watching. I'm gonna be making my Zelda games tier list because I'm a big Zelda fan, and I've played most of the games, but I do have a haven't played tab. And so here we go. A lot of people have been doing this like whole Zelda games ranking thing, but I thought I would throw my hat in the ring and see what happens. I guess first, we're gonna start with the original Zelda, since that's sort of the first one here. Now, let's explain the tiers first. So we've got C tier, which, honestly, I don't, like, hate any of the Zelda games, but, like, C tier would be, like, has major flaws, or was just overall mediocre. B tier, solid game with only a few flaws. A tier, yeah, this is a good Zelda game. S tier, this is a great Zelda game. S tier, it's pretty self-explanatory. That means just my absolute favorite ones. So, for this one, I'm gonna, for the original Zelda, so it's, I've played it a few times, not fully. I've never fully beaten the game, because who has without a guide? And of course it's like the original. It's got the main theme and all the little items and stuff, and the enemies, the classic enemies, and overall it just really laid the foundation for the rest of the series. So I'm gonna have to like put it B tier, because of course it does have its flaws. You could get lost really easily and not know what to do next, but overall I think the first Zelda is a solid B tier. Alright, Wind Waker. Now, Wind Waker is amazing. I've heard like a lot of complaints that it seemed very restrictive in that like you had the whole ocean, but you could only go places after like a certain event was like completed. I personally never really had a problem with that, because I really like I really didn't want to explore the ocean that much. I was sort of like sticking to the path. I know it sounds dumb, but like I was ready to let the ocean wait, because like I am kind of on a quest. But overall, the art style is amazing. I haven't played the original. I have the HD version on the Wii U. It was great. I beat it like 5 times. The world, the story, the music, it's just all really great. So I know this is a pretty big jump, but I'm putting Wind Waker in SS tier, because that is a phenomenal Zelda game. Now this list also has spin-offs, such as Hyrule Warriors. Is that the only spin-off here? I can't tell at the moment. I think it might be. But Hyrule Warriors, I have the definitive edition on the Switch. It's a pretty decent game. I don't like what they did with some of the character designs. Like, I don't like the original designs for Zelda, Link, and like, who else do I not like the design? The Ganondorf one is okay. The Sheik one is pretty good. The Impa one is but like, overall, the gameplay is interesting. The story was okay. The characters are fun, so, I mean, it's weird putting it up there with the other Zelda games, but I'm also probably going to say B tier, but after, it's going to be B tier, but after everything else that I put in B tier, because it's a spin-off game. Now, next up is Four Swords Adventures. I haven't played that enough. Same for Four Swords. I really want to play them, though, because they have Vati in them, and Vati is the best. Speaking of Vati, Minish Cap. I absolutely love this game. It is, like, I'm not even gonna, like, do anything fancy. It is SS tier. It is my favorite Zelda game of all time. I love the art style, the music. It is a little short, but that just, like, adds to it for me. Like, it's something that you can pick up like, and then just play when you want, and then do whatever, and come back to it, and you'll always have it be like fresh and inviting because of like the great graphics, and it's just great. It's just overall a great game. Now Majora's Mask, I know a lot about it, and I know it's a really great game, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to rank it because I have not played it, and that's something I need to get on, because I'm very conflicted whether I should get the Wii U Virtual Console one of the original or the 3DS version, even though I've heard the 3DS version has some flaws. I don't know. Overall, though, I do know it has really good story, characters, and just world building in general. Another thing that I feel like I won't like about the game is the time limit, because I feel like that'll just stress me out a ton. But anyway, moving on, we have Ocarina of Time. Now, Ocarina of Time is interesting because it's a pretty good Zelda game, and it's got a lot going for it, but I don't have any nostalgia for it, and that really makes a difference, because the game, I know it's becoming more normal to say these days, but it's still a little weird saying, but Ocarina of Time is overrated. It's a good game, but it's not the best game. So because of that, I'm gonna put it in A tier, because it's a solid Zelda game. Breath of the Wild. Now, Breath of the Wild is complicated. Breath of the Wild is the most recent Zelda game, for those of you who don't know, and this one is hard to rank because I had a great time playing it. It was amazing. I liked the story and what story there was. There wasn't as much story as in the other games. I liked the open world. I liked the characters that you could find. The story was okay. The music definitely wasn't as good as the other Zelda games, but I did like the music when there was music. And overall, it was a good game experience, but I can't say it was a very good Zelda experience. So, this is really hard. I feel like I'm gonna put Breath of the Wild in the A tier behind Ocarina of Time for now. And, that may change later, since, like, I really have a fluctuating opinion on this game. Now, Oracle of Seasons. I have a playthrough of this on my channel. It's not cancelled, it's just on break, for any of you wondering. And from what I've played of it, it's pretty good. Has a lot from Link's Awakening, though, but overall, it's a pretty good game. I haven't played ages, but I know enough about it where I could also probably rank it. I'm gonna put them both at probably B tier above the original, because they definitely have some flaws. The whole linked game concept, if you're trying to emulate it and don't have actual Game Boys, the whole linked game to get the true ending is really overcomplicated. I know that's not the original intent of it, but, like, it's just rough. Anyway, that's where they go on the list. Right, next up is Twilight Princess, and I'm currently playing through Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U, and I'm almost done with it, so I can probably say that I've experienced most of the game. And, it's pretty solid. It's a pretty good Zelda game. It would probably... I'm not sure. See, I'm probably gonna put it, not S tier, but... Come on, wait, what's that? Okay. There. A tier above Ocarina of Time, because it's basically... Like, Majora's Mask is the sequel to Ocarina of Time, but Twilight Princess is like the sequel to Ocarina of Time. Like, showing the same world, but like hundreds of years later, and with a lot of the same story elements and characters, like their descendants and stuff. Overall, it's pretty good. The whole wolf mechanic is interesting. Midna's a decent companion. I'm probably gonna get burned alive by the masses for saying that Midna's not the best companion. Yeah, that's Twilight Princess. The combat is amazing. The rupee design is great. I don't know why I'm bringing that into account, but the rupees look really on point in that game. That's basically all I have to say about the game. Oh wait, nope. Actually, I hear a clattering. I hear the clattering of a lantern and the glittering of gold. Oh, what's this? Oh, look, a floating lantern. Oh, better go into wolf form. Oh gosh, it's a Poe. I gotta kill it. Oh, but wait, it's in the most high and hard to reach location, and you have to get 60 of them. And there's also the golden bugs, which aren't as hard, but okay, yeah. I don't like the Poes and the golden bugs, but that doesn't really affect the ranking for me. Alright, next up is A Link to the Past, and I will say that I haven't played the game in its entirety, but I already know that it's a great 2D Zelda game, and even though I haven't fully played it, I feel like I can rank it, and it's gonna be probably our first solid S tier, because it got a lot right for the series and really set, like, more of the foundation for the games ahead. Sort of like the original, but, like, introducing new mechanics, and I've heard there's, like, a lot of freedom, and, you know, that's fine, and I think the music is good. The story is a bit harder to express with the 16-bit graphics, but I feel like A Link to the Past really did what it was accomplishing, what it was trying to do, and so I can't wait to play more of it. I already own it, and that's gonna be an S tier for now. Triforce Heroes. Triforce Heroes. Okay, so Triforce Heroes, first of all, is the sequel. I mean, not really. It seems to be trying to be Four Swords 3, but not, because they took out the purple one and made their hair colors match the clothes and the weird costume mechanics. Basically, Triforce Heroes is super annoying if you don't have friends to play with, and I'm one of, like, 2 of my friends who actually even bought this game because it was a Zelda game, and it's really not a Zelda game. The puzzles and bosses are sort of reminiscent of the Zelda games, but at its core, it's really just a sad, like, attempt at recreating Four Swords, but without Vati and without the purple Link, which really, if it had Vati in it, it'd be S tier. Not gonna lie. So C tier. I don't hate it, but it's really just not great. It's just not great at all. Alright, now next up is Spirit Tracks, and Spirit Tracks is just amazing. This game was, like, the most bright, fun, and simply just, I don't want to say it's simple in a bad way, but it's, the visual style and the story and the music are, like, simple to a point where it's just really pleasant and enjoyable, but also really fun, and the story is really engaging and the characters are fun. And while the train mechanic may be a little tiring at times, Spirit Tracks is really, like, one of the best Zelda games to me, and it was just an experience to watch the playthrough when I was young and just getting into the Zelda series, because that's what I would do. I would go on zeldadungeon.net and watch the walkthroughs, because I thought they were like Let's Plays, and that was really entertaining and, like, gave me connections to the games. I loved the Spirit Tracks one, and then when I actually got to play through Spirit Tracks, it was just a wonderful experience. So where am I gonna put it, you ask? Well, I'm gonna have to put it in SS tier, because I just love the game so much. The final sacred duet with Link and Zelda and all the Locomo sages just always sends chills through me. Zelda 2, okay, Zelda 2. Here we go, Zelda 2. Every time I have tried to play Zelda 2, I go into a cave, and the enemies blend in with the background, so I am mauled alive, and I have no idea where to go. It's definitely interesting. A very interesting game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it probably high C tier. It has some major flaws. It was very different from the rest of the games. And overall, I feel like if I can get to play it and learn it better, it might be a good experience. I've heard the final dungeon, though, is like an absolute pain. And you have to, like, save state to actually have a chance. And I don't like save stating in games. I feel like it's cheating. But yeah, that's gonna be a high C tier. Better than Triforce Heroes, but still not as good as the first one in the Oracle games. Alright, Skyward Sword. This is a very controversial Zelda game because of its linearity and its motion controls. Now, personally, the motion controls could be aggravating at times, but I have never had a problem with the motion controls at all, so that really just opens the door for a higher ranking for this. And the linearity, I personally almost prefer the linearity towards having the ability to go anywhere, because I'm the kind of person that gets overwhelmed easily if I have a lot of options. So just experiencing the story and exploring, like, sure it was kind of linear, but the areas were still pretty big that you could explore. Honestly, Fi is an amazing companion. I do not understand people who hate her. Like, Fi is great. And Girahim was awesome. Definitely the second best Zelda villain after Vati. The Demise fight was really challenging, and I like when a boss fight isn't just one and done easy. I had to spend a good like hour and a half just going over attempts with Demise's boss fight because of that stupid electricity. But yeah, overall the dungeons were great. The music was incredible. The characters and story were probably some of the best the series has ever had. And so, because of that, I'm going to give Skyward Sword a very high S tier. Very high S tier, almost SS tier, but I don't want to overcrowd SS tier, so Skyward Sword's gonna have to go for S tier. Which is actually, I don't know, because, you know, Skyward Sword, SS. You know, I think that alone is enough to just put it in the low SS tier. Sorry.
Incredible.
I'm sorry for changing my ranking, but it's just too perfect. SS, Skyward Sword, acronym. Link's Awakening is what this one is. It's hard to tell, but like if you read really closely, it says Link's Awakening, and it has the owl, so yeah, there's Link's Awakening. So Link's Awakening is the Game Boy Zelda game, and it's just amazing. Absolutely incredible. I'm so excited for the remake this year. It's gonna be epic. The story is amazing. The characters are at a point where they're so weird that you want to talk to them and see what the heck they have to say. There's Goombas, there's this demon Kirby, there's like the bosses and enemies and dungeons are just amazing. And for some reason, even though it hasn't been so long since I've played it, this game is just good at giving you a nostalgic feeling. It feels old but good. And I mean, I guess that's what it is. But it really just captures the essence of The Legend of Zelda, and then just adds zany, weird stuff that works within the context. So because of that, Link's Awakening is definitely an S tier. Perhaps even above A Link to the Past. I'm not sure about this one since I haven't fully played Link to the Past, but I think I'm confident in saying that I like Link's Awakening more. Alright, now that leaves us down to the final two, and A Link Between Worlds, I know is an amazing game, but I haven't technically played it. I have it on my 3DS, but I'm currently waiting until I play Link to the Past. And I have them both, but like I said, I'm already currently playing Twilight Princess, so I'm sort of playing through each Zelda game. So I will get to Link Between Worlds eventually, but until then, it's gonna have to go into the haven't played enough tier. Now, Phantom Hourglass is an interesting little game. Now, it definitely has one of the best stories with incredible character development. I will go out and say that Linebeck and Ciela are the best companions. The trio of Link, Linebeck, and Ciela just works so well, and the character development that happens between them is just really powerful. And then we get to everything else in the game. Now, the ocean, the sea mechanic where you draw your path was interesting. It was decent. There were a lot of enemies in the ocean where you had to constantly be on your guard. The puzzles were interesting, but the reason I had never fully completed this game was just a few words. The Temple of the Ocean King. Now, I don't know if it's just been a while since I played it, and I'm having salty memories of a child trying in vain to conquer the same puzzles over and over again to get to a higher floor, or wouldn't be a lower floor, I guess. But the Temple of the Ocean King is just bad. I know they tried something new, but it didn't work. It was much better executed in Spirit Tracks, and overall, I would get confused a lot, and I know I shouldn't rank the game itself by my own inadequacy toward it. The music's good. I'm gonna have to put it in low A tier. Or maybe high B tier. Probably high B tier, since this was the one that has flaws but is still a solid game. So yeah. Haven't played enough. We have Four Swords Adventures, Four Swords, Majora's Mask, and Link Between Worlds. C tier, Triforce Heroes and Adventure of Link. B tier, Hyrule Warriors, Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, Phantom Hourglass. A tier, Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess. S tier, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening. And SS tier, Skyward Sword, Spirit Tracks, Wind Waker, and the Minish Cap. Alright, and that's my Zelda tier list. If you want to do one of your own and, I don't know, like send it to me on Discord or something, I do have a Discord server. The link is always in the description if you haven't noticed. I'm thinking, I've been planning to do some more Nintendo content. I've really wanted to do a lot more Nintendo content. I don't have the ability to record on the Switch though yet, so that's kind of annoying. But in the meantime, I do really want to start doing more content. It's the summer now. I really want to crack down on making videos. So yeah, this is my Zelda tier list. If you want me to do more tier lists, be sure to like the video a lot and comment that you want more tier lists and give suggestions of what you want the tier list to be about. I know this trend is already sort of dying out, but like, that's me late to the party. But yeah, that's about it. Please tell me in the comments if you disagree with my tier list. I know somebody's bound to disagree with the tier list. And with that, that's all we have for today. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to like, comment, consider subscription, maybe share this video with a friend. If you want to know when another tier list or just another video in general is uploaded, please feel free to hit the notification bell after you have subscribed. And Discord link is in the description below. You want to talk to me or something, share your thoughts on the tier list, and don't want to comment for some reason, you can go there. It's not quite as active as I hoped it would be, but we're working on it. And that was a voice crack. I'm gonna leave that in so that everyone can ridicule at it. And yeah, that's about it. So this has been the Zelda tier list, and this is Stinkyink signing off. Bye!